Yeah, probably. But that wild tree, he won't let me cut it down. He won't cut it down. And it's gonna ruin the house.
It just gonna sprout up, but it's
Your roots, it'll go under your concrete and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's what I told him.
oh, he likes it. It just came up.
He says
Okay.
it grows better than the ones we paid for.
I am gonna sit this way because I'm getting a glare so I can see you better. I don't. There we
Do you wanna be
go.
over
No,
here?
you're fine. You're
Okay.
fine. I'm just gonna sit near you and then I'll move toward you. What's that? Or you can do it that way. Yeah, slide there. That's much better because I'm not. The glare is behind me. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So how long have you been? How long ago did you build the property?
Maybe 15, 16 years. Probably in 94.
Okay.
No.
And how much?
The fire was in probably 95, 96, because I was in college when I came back
Oh,
from college, so it was probably closer to
Okay.
See, she's the one you should be in.
I'm going to. I'm going to.
Her memory is way better.
I'm going to. What do you remember? How about that?
Very little.
Okay. Tell me the very littles.
Pretty much is what I've just already told you. So do you want me to?
Reiterate it? Not really.
Okay.
Okay. Any,
I'm sure there might be other things that come up because, like I said, it's so normal to have things going on that I don't even pay attention.
which is bad.
oh,
He's running off again.
no, Butch, we need you.
He's shy.
Let me just, hey, Butch, if I could just get your story on film, that'd be great. But only what you know.
They're not gonna show it. It's just for her.
No,
to show
it's
the people
just
she works with.
Yeah, with the people that I work with, because they gotta understand the people that live here and what they've experienced is all.
And how crazy we are.
Huh?
And how crazy we are.
You're not crazy. You guys aren't crazy. Come on.
I told her about
Popular place down there. There's two guys starting to tear a building down there.
now.
Yeah.
Ooh, which house? Which
Did you stop?
Yeah. I said, what are you doing here? He says, some Smith. Scott Smith said it's all right to tear that shed down. I said, well, I don't know who Scott Smith is.
Who's Scott Smith?
I don't know.
That's
See,
weird.
that's what is he the one? That, are they the ones that tore that the barn and the shed down too? Then
Oh, see now, how do
See,
you?
we're
How is it
supposed
that
to
you? How is it that people can just come up and say that it's okay to
You tear your stuff down?
tear your stuff down?
So did they leave?
on a daily
Yeah.
basis.
That's weird. Huh. Do you
You
think
need a
they're the ones
pickup,
who?
Huh?
Do you think they're the ones who tore that shed down?
Oh, people come in there at night, you know, and
And just steal from you?
steal stuff. Yeah.
Sure, because
They say
you're.
it's an old buildings and that. There's nothing. They don't want that stuff.
Well,
there.
when we
Right.
had that fire,
Uh-huh.
we salvaged as much as we could, and what we salvaged, people just came in and took. So we
was
lost a
horrible.
lot.
Right in the daytime.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you don't have big dogs, do you? You should get a big dog, a couple big dogs on chains out there. You know, just kind of.
She gets pretty mean.
Well, go down there and hang out.
He has a big gun.
Well, there you go. Perfect, perfect.
No, I don't know, but I was telling her about that Indian on the horse.
Oh.
It was a white horse, wasn't it?
What do you recall? You know, what you saw.
That's when I had the basement dug, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They was just digging the basement and had the footings and the walls in there.
It was the 4th of July. 'Cause
Yeah, and we was up in the pickup there walking. I just went by, just a glimpse of it. It's just a white horse, and it was one of them Indians that had all the feathers like that, all the way down their sides. Like
Oh
that.
my God, how
Jesus.
beautiful was that?
It's just a glimpse of it. I mean, jeez.
but not only just once, but 2 or 3 different times. And it was right out in this area.
Yeah, I filmed that. What, if any, experiences, unexplainable, have you had in the house, if any? Not on the property so much, because you've talked about the horse still, but have you ever had anything that you,
Right here,
yes, in the house? And what location of the house?
I really haven't.
You know why?
Why?
He won't come in if he's by himself. He'll stay outside until we get home, and he'll come in.
Ah, that explains why you have no connection to the little boy that roams your home and your land. He's about 8 years of age. The name I pick up is Benjamin, or nickname is Benny. But he used to. They used to live here and farm the property, way back in the 30s. He's crossed, obviously. He's passed away, and he did not die of a good death. It was very cancerous back then. A lot of cancer in this area. Do you know that? There's a lot of cancer in this area. It was a cancer-related issue with Benjamin. Very sickly, leukemia, very, very early. But his family farmed this area, and a lot of what happened over at the other house that I picked up he comes through here quite a bit. So it's so connected. I mean, they were all connected through here. So
And then,
There
so
had to be
remember
a-
that little boy that I said walked across the end of the bed and right straight
Yeah,
out?
you're always seeing that stuff.
Yeah.
and it's real because we have evidence it's real. I have a picture on my Facebook page that I was at a gravesite at the regional center with a bunch of people, and I was holding a Halloween event, and I felt very compelled to talk to this lady who had passed away in the early 1900s. She had been a resident there and died of TB. And of course, we have a ghost box, as we call it, the squawk box or whatever you want to call it. It's a radio transmission that rotates backwards, and in between the noise, when you have a clear voice that comes through, when you know you can't be receiving voice but only static. Well, Catherine came through several times after I asked her, her name, and I told her name, and just on the headstone. And I was talking to her, and I asked her if it was true that she died of TB, because that's what I was picking up, the symptoms of TB. And I picked that up. And she came across and said yes. And then I had the compelling feeling to get, because my hiney was sitting on her gravestone, because it was straight up and down big, and then it had a little ledge and then went straight down. My hiney was sitting there, and I was just talking to her. Something told me to get up off the stone, sit down next to her. So I sat down next to her grave, and I was talking along, and all of a sudden I just said, Catherine, there's so many people out there that don't believe in the afterlife. Would you please give me a picture that would be compelling evidence, something that no one else has? And as I flipped over, I was laying on my side, kind of like talking to her, and her grave's right there. And I turned over and I shot right up into the sky, and I have it on my Facebook page. I'll share it with you guys. Are you on Facebook?
I gave up Facebook for Lent.
I get it. That's fine. But I have an actual picture.
I'm
I'll
looking on there after Easter.
I will. That's perfect. But I will show you that picture before I leave. It's on my Facebook page, on my phone.
Okay. Yeah.
But when I shot the picture, she came through perfectly. Just unbelievable. You can see her in her white shirt that they were wearing back in those days, and the old shorts that would go to our knees. That's where we kind of got the trait of, or what do I want to say? Where we brought those shorts back.
Uh-huh.
And her hair, you can see her hair perfectly. Her face,
Did you see it at the time?
right through the camera. I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And then from her tummy down, you can see the shorts and you can see her legs, but where her arms should be are nothing but wings, and it's just beautiful.
Oh, that is pretty.
So yeah, I have an actual photo of something that there's nothing out there like that. And the only thing I've done to it, but you can see the original. Of course, I have the original, but I lightened it so that you can see her better because it was pitch black out. So we've lightened it up so you can see her like I see her. It's really crazy cool. All right, tell me about your experiences then.
Here
Yes, here and
or the red house. Well, here, like I will be coming in the house and people will be, hey, hey, holler at me, and I'll turn and there'll be no one here. And yeah, and then like I've just been like tapped on the shoulder. I'll be at the sink, and I'll feel like someone's behind me, and then I'll feel someone, and I'm like, ah. Yeah, just kind of uneasy sometimes.
Okay, now let's recap what you talked about at the Red.
Okay, the red house,
And how far away was that located from here?
right down the hill.
Right down the
like
hill.
it was right across from the barn down here.
Yes.
Where the fruit trees are now.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to have the green room. Still have the green room. Do you remember that, Butch? Yes. Upstairs, and I thought I was gonna have my bedroom in there. Thought it was a great idea because my sister and I shared a room, and so I cleaned it all out and stayed in there. And Jennifer and I walked in there one time, and the drawers were pulling in and out and just shaking, just completely shaking. And I told her there's trains. We have a train right here, but it was like coming in and out, in and out.
Yeah, now shaking would have been so much different, as anybody knows here. I mean, things would have been vibrating instead of
Yeah.
in and out.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that doesn't. No force like that,
Yeah.
other than something that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, an act of God would not have done that except for a tornado.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was just a lot of stuff like that. Like you'd hear voices a lot upstairs, and
And the light in the bedroom.
yep, the light in the bedroom turned orange, and Nick and I were both there, and it turned just bright, bright orange, and then you hear screaming, which we later thought, well, maybe it was a screech owl or something, but it sounded like a scream.
no, I'm pretty sure you heard what
scream.
you were supposed to hear. That's a lot of people don't get it. People have this bizarre concept that they go out seeking and they find this stuff. They come to you when they know they can trust that what you're doing is not to harm them. All they want to do is get their story out. At the time of death, I could be taking a shower and drop dead of a heart attack. Or we could be outside doing something. But like the rule is you never leave a fence unmended. If you've got issues with people, clean it up, because it takes people like me to find out the rest of the story when somebody dies, or provide that closure, or provide to the other people that they're forgiven. And although I love what I do, it's just a pain in the ass, because people should just figure it out in the current lifetime and not wait.
So do you think that little boy that's here, he's not stuck, right?
He is stuck. Absolutely stuck. He doesn't want to leave, though. See, there's a difference of crossing people over if they're ready, or spirits over if they're ready. But he's not anywhere near ready. He does wonder where his family is, but he's also content here. And when I come through, that's one thing I don't do in a private residence, is I don't cross people over, not unless he's causing problems. You don't want to disrupt what's going on here, because then you're going to bring in all the angry activity that went on out here. A lot of battle.
Outside the
Oh yeah, a lot of battle. You're talking history way back in the cowboy and Indian days. You had it here in all of Nebraska and Iowa. We have unmarked graves everywhere. And there are many out there. Many out there.
They found a lot of Indian heads back on that side hill there. Then we had that. It was a gravestone, wasn't it?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Out in the fields, it kind of turned up a marker.
And you've got about 12 people buried out in this area. And they're not worried when you're farming that you're going to kick up a bone or two. They're deeper than that. And that's what concerns me, is if there's burial out there, and that could be why you're having so much activity too. I mean, they're coming through, and they have a right to. They own the property.
You said something about water issues back here in the bathroom.
Yeah.
What are you picking up about
Well, what I
water?
picked up when I walked in there, do you have a lot of water that turns on for no reason, or running or dripping? And it's not due to rubbers and the thing being old and leaky, because they're not. But if you start picking up the water, let me know, because that's more not so good. That is more something getting a little ugly, They always like to run the water. And what I've learned with doing a lot of investigations, and I travel all over the world for this kind of stuff, but water is the one thing that they like to run to make people mad because it's a disturbing sound. Can you imagine sleeping and all of a sudden you're drip, drip. They like to aggravate. So if you ever start hearing that, let me know, because you're going to eventually in that back bathroom. Because I picked up hearing it already and it's not even happening, but it will.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And your dog, by the way, is really paranoid of that back area.
In the basement or up here?
In the basement.
Yeah,
She won't
if I'm
go.
in that room watching television or something, she won't stay in there.
Well, yeah, because she can feel it and see it. But animals are very sensitive. They can pick up all of what I pick up and see stuff that you don't see.
Uh-huh.
So if she ever starts chasing around after anything or acting a little weird, don't want to stay in the room or barks for you to come out, yeah, you probably ought to listen.
Yeah, she does do that a lot.
Yeah, because that's, because she knows that Benjamin is around, and, Benjamin wasn't all that happy. I mean, he
And
was
you think
happy.
it's only just him here
Just
in the
him,
house?
yeah, so far. If he wants to bring anybody else in, well, he can. But sometimes unknowingly, too, that can happen.
Yeah.
And the less you talk about the evil part of it, the better off you're going to be, because you don't even open up anything on your own then.
Yeah.
Because the more you talk about it, you feed into negative energy, and that can make things get really ugly.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's just normal.
Yeah.
It's just,
Peaceful and everything's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Who used to live down in that house? Down there.
there's no
Yeah, do you know who used to live in that
That was my
house?
first house when I got married.
Okay,
I
so
lived
you
there.
both did.
I lived there it wasn't very long, 7, 8 months.
Why'd you move?
The red house is ready.
Okay.
It was bad back then, 60 years ago probably.
The red house?
No, that's when it was remodeling it.
What do you mean bad? Like
Yeah.
run down or?
Yeah, it was run down. Yeah, just like back then we had heating, all it was just an old oil stove in one room.
Oh, sure.
Heat the whole house back then.
Do you happen to know who lived there prior?
It's called the Fender Farm,
Yeah.
but that's who we bought it from.
Naval Fender.
Yeah, and that one, what year was that?
'70, somewhere around in there.
In the 70s, 1970s.
70, yeah.
So prior to that.
So the name would have been Fender. So that's
the
what.
last. That's the last one I would remember.
Did she live there? I doubt it. She just owned the farm.
At one time, and I don't know for sure, but that big bank there had to be a railroad track.
It went through there.
Yeah, that went.
Did you find any ties or any nails or anything?
Found
Do you
anything.
ever hear the train going through?
Well, the train does go through.
No, I mean in that area. Did you
But
feel
that
like?
had to be.
Oh, that would have been way early when they first started out with
13,
trains.
1800s.
There you
real
go.
early it
Exactly.
had to be, 'cause
Oh, and the town of Hastings used to be down here at this corner.
It did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole town.
Wow.
Then when they come through with this train down here, that's when Hastings moved down to where
Moved.
it's at
Where it's
now.
at now.
People, yeah.
So, and we own that part there too. It's down there by that old well. And
How many people used to live in
I
Hastings?
just wonder what we could dig up there.
You're going to find a lot of stuff down there for the railroad, but you are 100% accurate. You are 100% on that. There was a railroad. Now I have a question. Do you guys know Hannah? I want to say Reef, Rief. He used to hunt on this land. The Reefs, they live in Hastings. That was the reason why I came up here.
Never
It's
heard of
because about a month ago, I did a big gallery read for a group of 15 people. And when I was there, coming there, I ended up in Red Oak. I have friends that live in Red Oak. And I thought, well, I'll just go up there and see them, you know, because I have plenty of time to visit before the big gallery read. And while there, you know, bathroom, did the gas and got snacks. And then, you know, I noticed that property on my way. And then when I came back, it was like I was so compelled to illegally cross the line and cut over and, you know, sit right on the road there. I didn't go into the property because it wasn't mine to go into. So I sat on that drive area on the interstate, and I knew right away that there had been death on that, right there. It's when it started, he was dying right there at the end of that drive, and he left the world down at the end of that corner, like she explained. But no, he really started dying right at that spot. And when I was standing there, my car, you know, was like blocking the drive, and I was standing right where you described where it started happening to him that you know of. But that's where I picked it up at. And that's why I called, and I've been looking for you guys going, gotta talk to him.
Find us.
Oh, it was through Hannah had the property address because apparently one time her husband had asked a long time ago to hunt here on this land. Now, I don't know if it were you guys, but he said he swerved and guys up and down. He knew you guys, but it's been a while ago.
Yeah. And
So-
there is a lot of people that ask to hunt that.
So I got the actual address of the property from them, and then I looked it up, and that's where I started calling people and going, please, I need to know. I can't stand it. I gotta find this out. So
And you guys have pigs, is that right? All those barns are like pig barns? Those little sheds down there? Do you think?
pigs.
barns?
Yeah.
Those little sheds?
Yep.
Thought I remember you telling me that.
Priscilla, do you want to be on camera? Say hi. Hi, Priscilla. You were so cute. Can you come up? Yes. By the way, I read animals too. You want to come up? Come here. Come. Right here. Hi, baby.
No.
You just want to know what's going on. All right. So the plan is that I'm going to meet with my team tomorrow in Council Bluffs. We're very professional at what we do. I'm going to show this whole video to them if I can get it downloaded on time on YouTube, because this, believe it or not, even a 30-minute video takes about 6 hours to upload on YouTube. So they're going to see all this.
So is there a link that we can see it too?
Well, you don't. Yeah, but do you have an email? Do you have any way to get a hold of you to send it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Write that down before I walk out of here, or do it now so we don't forget, because I would love to show, or I'll send you the link so you can click on it and go right to YouTube and watch this whole thing
Yeah.
that we've done today.
She didn't give it up for Lance.
I did not. Are you still? I've got paper.
Right?
Oh, you do? Yeah. It's outlook.com. The Elbrus 3 at outlook.com.
I need to remember to change it.
Priscilla, I want to know who
You live right in Lincoln then, or?
What's that? Yeah, I live in Lincoln.
Cornhuskers.
Right up. Yeah, well, you know, I'm not a college person. College ball. I like pro.
And he likes college, but
I'm
not
the
pro.
opposite way, yeah.
We're absolutely opposite then. But yeah, I have more fun watching men play than kids. To me, it's just, you know, it's more professional, I guess. Thank you, Levy. I will make sure I put that in the pocket. I don't lose it. So what I plan, like I was telling you, I'm going to take this back and hopefully get it uploaded today. I have to leave out to Council Bluffs probably about 1 or 2 tomorrow afternoon. And then we usually have a business meeting. We talk about everything that we have up and coming on our plate and what we've discovered and where we want to go and all that jazz. And our next place that we're going to is the Waverly Hills Sanitarium in Kentucky in May.
Wow.
So that's going to be a great treat because everybody has been there, all the major stars, and Zach Bagan, you know, a good friend of mine, and a lot of like Ghost Hunters International has been there, and all the major ghost hunters have been there. So And I've got a lot of stuff on that, you know.
Sanitarium, you
Yeah,
say.
it's, yeah.
Seems like I've seen a show.
Those would be
but
so
I don't know
scary.
if it was
Yeah.
that long.
And
or
it's
not.
so big and it's all open, you know, all the windows are gone and
That's what I've always thought about the Glenwood Resource Center.
Yeah.
How old it is and how what,
how much you can pick up there, I bet.
Yeah, because it's so old and so like the stuff that went on there is probably
Oh, yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, especially the abuse that goes on to people that are elderly and they just don't care. So, yeah.
So you'll let us know if you see anything or if you see
Oh, what I'll do is when I upload it, I'm just going to go automatically send you the link and you can watch it just like I watch it.
Okay.
And then, the important piece about this is that when you're watching this, you've got to have really good headset. So a really good headset to listen. You're not going to want to listen to the normal stuff. You're going to want to really pay attention to what's going on in the background when you listen. Because, I mean, it's one thing to hear a bird, but did you hear the voice prior to the bird or during the bird chirping or right after? Or did you hear something like, or did you hear, or did you hear, watch out, or did you hear, you gotta pay attention to what's going on in the background. I mean, and if you hear something, or if I hear something, or something happens, I'll make sure I point it out.
Yeah.
So you can,
Yep.
like on the counter of the YouTube video, you'll have the counter that tells you where you're at on the tape.
Okay.
I'll make sure I make notes of stop it right here and really pay attention kind of stuff. Now, like I said, it does take a while to upload, and I may not send it until Sunday because I'm going to be gone, and Sunday or Monday when I get the link, and you guys can watch it too.
Well, it's been really interesting. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, oh gosh, I've had a blast. I'm just thankful I was able to get a hold of you guys because I was like, you don't even know how hard it is to find locations, you know, because you can't always find the people home, or they're not real receptive to it, or they're like, yeah, I don't have nothing to do with that. And it's like, you got it, like a really cool place to, get some evidence, so. But I'm really thankful I was actually able to connect, with you guys. And
Well, it took a while because the grandkids, he didn't want anything to do with it at first, but the grandkids kind of talked him into it.
Called you out.
I did. I threw him under the bus.
right on. Did you feel that happening? Hopefully you had a helmet on for the love of God, along with something on, so you didn't hurt too much. But yeah.
Baby didn't want to see what was actually going on. He could talk himself out of it before, but if he sees it, then he's...
Well, you just have to open your mind, and don't read into a lot of doubt because it's there. One thing about being able to see and understand it is to accept it, because it is real. And when you have experiences, they're not they're not coming through just to play games. They have reasons to come through because they want you to see it. You're chosen. You don't just choose it. You're chose because they have to trust you to be able to come through. And that's what I've learned for 44 years of doing this, is that you can't just go out being Ghostbusters. It's got to come to you, You can answer your phone if you want. It's like,
Can you see who it is?
What I'm going to do is leave this going because I'm hoping that the chandelier will,
Is that going to interrupt your...
no, heavens no. I'm going to borrow the bathroom. You have to show me where one is.
There's one right there, right
Right, I'll
there.
show
Right around the corner. I'm going to leave this going, just so you know, it's recording. But I'm hoping that the chandelier does something.
Oh, okay.
How have you been this morning?
Okay.
Anything fun, exciting happen?
Yeah, you guys stealing my building.
That is so weird. Like they were tearing it down.
Randy said something about, he told something about somebody. He said, well, he'd ask and see. He says, I never, And he didn't know who them guys was.
Did you know the Smith guy?
Huh.
What happened?
Somebody-
Which one were they taking down?
Oh, it was that one clear back behind there. It's got tin roof and tin sides on it.
Uh huh.
The one we were just looking at?
Yeah.
They had some old railroad ties in there, a few railroad ties in that.
Yeah. We saw that. That is so weird.
What would
Funny.
make them think they could?
Why would they want to? Why would they care if it was up?
Taking a tin for something.
Oh, for metal maybe?
Yeah.
Can you
went
sell
back
that
their
for
own-
scrap metal?
They build an
For
old
tin?
shed themselves or something, you know.
Gosh, that's weird.
There's a guy, and might have been his dad, is an older guy.
Uh-huh.
He wouldn't even turn around and look, and the other guy, he turned around. Probably 6'4", and he had a crowbar in his hand.
Did I keep you from something? Sorry.
I says, what are you doing? He would never turn around. He just had that crowbar going. I says, what are you doing? About the third time he turned around. I says, hi.
So he knew you were there and didn't stop?
I don't know. He just,
Did they seem normal? Or seem a little off?
no,
Seem normal?
normal thief. Just got caught. Usually they do it at night, you know.
Well, yeah. Yeah. They probably, maybe they thought it was back far enough back there that.
Yeah.
Well, and the pipeline was there too doing stuff, so they probably just thought.
Well, everybody just comes in there and, you know, helps themselves to it.
Just so weird.
I had Randy with me though.
Oh, good.
Oh, you did?
You had backup.
He was way back.
Funny magazines, all your magazines. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
to myself, God, they're like we are. We have all these. It's like you plan to go to the bathroom for a couple of years. So
That's our library back there.
yeah, right. Exactly. Well, I want to sincerely thank you guys, seriously,
Thank you.
for
It's
not only
amazing.
having
I
me do
enjoyed
this,
it.
but to be in your home too. I mean, it's one thing for people that you don't know to cross over the threshold of your home.
Yeah.
But thank you for trusting me that it's okay to do that because, you know, it's just really neat feeling. So
That's very
thank you,
nice.
Bruce. Thank you, really.
Yep. Fine.
Jen,
For giving in and.
hey, you guys awesome. So I'm gonna
so
go ahead
much.
and end this interview. What time is it now? Because I want to have the time. Where do I find the time over?
On the oven, it's on.
Okay.
Display.
All right, it is now 12:39 p.m. So I'm ending this video now. Okay, we are done.